Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about something we've all eaten a lot in the past, salt. The problem though is that after doing a little research, I'm not too sure if I'd eat salt anymore, especially if I had an autoimmune disease. Basically what happened was I stumbled upon this website called nutritionfacts.org. It's a huge website where this guy named Dr. Greger reads over scientific papers about health and nutrition and summarizes them into short videos. The problem, though, is that he talks way too scientific for my tiny brain to understand, and I figured that it'd be way too scientific for other people too, so I'm going to run this through Google Translate and put it into small brain terms for you guys. Let's get into it. First, I'm going to start off by talking about what autoimmune diseases are, because you kind of need that as some background information. Basically, autoimmune diseases are diseases where your immune system attacks your own healthy cells. They're actually pretty common, and some examples of these are type 1 diabetes, asthma, and multiple sclerosis. So what does this have to do with salt exactly? Well, basically, salt has been found to cause autoimmune disease, worsen already existing autoimmune disease, and generally increase inflammation in your body. This all started with a study run back in 2003 on people with asthma. Asthma is an autoimmune disease where the little airways in the lungs are sensitive to certain triggers in the air, so when people with asthma breathe in these triggers, the airways in their lungs swell up and begin to close. For some people, though, they experience this trigger reaction when they exercise. It's a very dangerous disease that can even be fatal. This study used people with the exercise type of asthma and gave them diets that had different amounts of salt and observed the effects it had on their asthma. After running these tests, they found that the people on the low salt diet had less swelling in their airways and their asthma attacks were much less severe, while those on the high salt diet had more swelling and experienced worse attacks. Pretty big stuff they found here. Basically, eating salt worsen asthma and not eating salt help lessen the effects of asthma. That's pretty crazy, but these findings led to even more interesting results in another study in 2015. This new study found why salt had such a big effect on asthma in the previous study. Basically, there are these cells called T helper 17 cells in the human body, and when these cells are overactivated, they have been found to drive the development of many autoimmune diseases such as asthma and diabetes. And what they found in this new study is that eating salt actually activates these helper cells, which creates inflammation throughout the body, helps develop autoimmune disease, and worsens any existing autoimmune disease. Additionally, they found that the activation of these T helper 17 cells can have many harmful effects on the kidneys. The kidneys are the part of the body that filter your blood and remove the waste. They're very essential for us to have. However, when salt passes through the kidneys and activates these helper cells, it can overwork them and starve them of oxygen, which causes inflammation. And the more salt that people consumed in the test, the worse the effects were. This study showed how salt increases inflammation in your body, and it could explain how it worsens asthma as well. To really prove the point further, they did another study on people who had multiple sclerosis, another autoimmune disease. Multiple sclerosis is a disease where the body attacks the protective coating on its own nerves, disrupting the connection between the brain and the body and causing a wide variety of issues such as vision loss, poor coordination, pain, fatigue, and much more. In this study, they got people who had multiple sclerosis and tracked their disease development over a few years while also monitoring their diets. At the end of the study, they found that those who ate more salt experienced around 3 to 4 times more development of their multiple sclerosis, meaning that they experienced worse symptoms and had more symptoms. Additionally, those who ate more salt had many more unhealthy markers appear on their brain scans. Basically, salt's pretty bad for you. The multiple sclerosis study, the asthma study, and many others have proven that salt helps to cause autoimmune disease, worsen the already existing autoimmune disease, and have other unhealthy effects on the body. So next time you're eating a salty pretzel, fries, or the other salty foods, maybe think twice about the consequences for your body, because it's pretty bad for you in the long run. Plus, foods without salt are just as good. Anyways, that's all for the video today. Hopefully you learned a little something real quick and can keep yourself healthier. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.